Technological change, geopolitical crises, the economic difficulties around increases in inflation and the cost of living, they're all shaping the way we think about the future of work. But crises present an opportunity for change.
HR has not always been seen as the sort of central part of business agendas, and yet all the things we talked about, people more broadly, have to be seen as a central part of any business agenda. It's not just about finances, but every organisation depends on its people. And of course, in an environment like Gibraltar, where you constrain its size and population and so forth, the skills and capabilities of the workforce and any organisation's ability to attract and retain people is a central business strategic agenda. And HR, as I said, I think is an opportunity to really make a difference in that and to step up. We've got to make sure also we're bringing more data and more insight to, sometimes convince what are still sceptical business leaders on questions like inclusion or even things like well-being.
Unlocking Human Potential at Work Post-Pandemic was the title of the normally annual Argus CIPD conference.
While we're working in Gibraltar, we talk about, Brexit, we talk about the Ukraine war, the impact of the border, how we're bringing in talent, how we're managing talent. We've got house prices that, are exorbitant. We've got the average wage, 40,000 maybe, probably even less. How are we expecting to bring these people in? How we're managing our talent? So we have to think differently. We need to encourage different skill sets, and how we're going to do that. And these are the questions that today we're trying to work out. Don't think we're all going to get the answers, but today definitely is putting this onto the roadmap for a lot of companies to say, the change is here, the change is happening. How can we deal with that as a community?
The opportunities for people to step back and reflect and learn from others, but also to reinforce those connections. There's personal connections, there's networks, which so sustain us, not just in our work lives, but in our social lives as well. And it's been really, really good to see that, and I think it's great and real credit to the organisers of the conference to bring people from other places with different perspectives to share with the community. And I think that's a thing we will always want to keep doing.
The conference heard that organisations need to be agile, and that means moving away from trying to control workers and moving towards empowering them.
I think what, particularly through the pandemic, has been reinforced is the understanding of mental health and well-being alongside physical health and well-being. Now, interestingly, in a sort of legislative world around organisations historically, we focus a great deal on health and safety. And so the physical well-being of our people has been much more paramount. Now, the pandemic started out interestingly because it's a physical well-being issue, but it has also very much become a mental health crisis.
The keynote speakers were passionate leaders from the HR profession. Their message was clear: putting people firmly at the heart of the business agenda is good for workers, and it's good for business too.